It's the most wonderful time of year. The air is bitter cold and dripping with icicles. Christmas trees shine through windows in every neighborhood. Christmas lights twinkle as you drive through the snow-packed streets. It's a child's wonderland. However, every child faces the moment when their faith is questioned and the true spirit of Christmas is put to the test.
Don't take cover! It's the ambush! Now better run, bitch. I'm coming after you.
Snowball!
You have no idea the weasel snowball throwing skills I possess. Keep talking, pretty soon you get a mouthful of snow.
Less talking or throwing people!
Yep, you're going to be pulling your stocking this year. That's right, no presents for you. Wait a minute. You're kidding, right?
You don't actually believe in that, do you?
What do you mean? Santa, you don't actually still believe, do you?
No way! You still believe!
Well, what's wrong with that? Don't you still believe?
We stopped believing when it became pretty obvious it was good old Mom and Dad doing all the sneaking around with presents on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, duh. I stopped believing when I was like 3. Well, so what? Maybe we still do believe. I don't believe you. Every Christmas morning when we wake up, there are special presents under the tree for being good all year. It's not our parents.
See yourself. Go take a look on Christmas Eve and see who the real Santa Claus is.
See you later, babies.
Do you think you're right, Noel?
No, of course not. They're just mad because they don't get good presents like us because they're mean and bossy.
Why the long faces, kids?
Oh, it's nothing, Miss Virginia. Christy and Carol were just trying to make us feel bad. They said there is no Santa Claus.
Well, did you believe them?
No! I mean, I don't think so. I hope it's not true.
Believe whatever your heart tells you to believe. That's the true spirit of Christmas. And you want to know a secret?
What?
I still believe.
You?
Yes, and I have a very good reason to think so.
What do you mean?
Let's just say I went somewhere when I was about your age that made me never doubt my beliefs again. There once was a time when I was a young girl that my faith in Santa Claus was put to the test. I didn't know what to believe, but I thought of all Santa had given me over the years. He had given me faith and made me want to be kind and generous. It wasn't just about the presents, it was the feeling of someone flying around in the sky, making children happy and giving them something to believe in all over the world. That's the true magic of Christmas.
What would you like for Christmas, my dear?
I don't know. I haven't given it very much thought.
Perfume, a new dress? Ah, I know, a new vacuum.
Yes, you could get me a new vacuum, and then you could use it. That would be
Oh man, where's your Christmas spirit?
Oh, I'm just kidding. I have no Christmas spirit. This is my favorite time of year, after all.
I can't wait to celebrate with the kids. They make Christmas Eve so magical.
Yum, smells great. Yeah, what you making, Mom? Oh, just the usual. A few sugar, a few chocolate chip, maybe a peanut butter or two.
All right!
How was school today? Oh, it was okay.
Well, aren't you excited? It's Christmas Eve, your favorite night of the year.
Yeah, I guess so. You guess so? What's going on? Some kids at school told us there is no Santa Claus today. We said we didn't believe them, and Miss Virginia came out to try to make us feel better. But I don't know. I just keep thinking, what if they're right? What if there is no Santa Claus?
Well, why would you think that?
There's no reason not to believe in Santa. I know, but the more I think about it, it's kind of silly. Yeah, the idea of a jolly old man riding a sleigh through the sky with enough presents for all the children of the world. It doesn't make much sense.
Well, it makes perfect sense to me. Of course it does. He's Santa Claus. He can do anything.
There is a Santa Claus and he will be here tonight as he always is. Yeah, I guess so.
Do you want to have some milk? And leave some celery and carrots for the reindeer?
Nah, I think I'll just turn it early. Yeah, I'm not feeling up to this here.
That breaks my heart. How could they stop believing?
I wish there was something I could say or do. I hate to see them so sad on such a special night.
Come on, let's go tuck them in and read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Maybe that will cheer them up. I hope this isn't ruined Christmas for them. All we can hope for is a miracle.
Did you just hear all that? This house should be bursting with joy. Instead it is filled with doubt and sadness.
How could they not believe in my dad? He's Santa Claus. All children believe.
Not all children, unfortunately. There are always those that doubt. And you know what happens once they start doubting the spirit of Christmas?
But how could they doubt? Look around. There's magic everywhere.
Sometimes someone makes you feel bad. They begin to feel ashamed. And then you begin to doubt yourself.
But that's silly. You should just tell that person to mind their own business and keep believing.
That's easier said than done, I'm afraid.
There has to be something we can do.
Other than introducing them to Satan himself, I'm afraid there's not much else we can do.
That's it. As the daughter of Santa Claus, I will not let this happen. I think we need to call in a code red and green.
A cold brown green? You really think it's that serious?
Call it in. Code red and green. Code red and green. This is Peace, daughter of Santa, calling in a code red and green from Denver, Colorado. Do you read?
Read your red and green. Speak over receiving a code red and green.
Get the Polar Express together, Big Bill. We need your help down here. Over and out.
10-4 Peace, we will be shipping out Polar Express from the North Pole here shortly. And executing a code red and green. Is it really that serious?
Yes, Big Bill. We need to raise some spirits down here fast.
We read you loud and clear. Over and out.
Did you? I bet there's lots you don't know about good old Mr. Claus and his life at the North Pole. But something tells me you're about to find out. Buckle your seatbelts.
Are you sure it's a good idea?
Of course, we need to show them what Christmas is all about. We need them to believe.
Are you sure Big Bill is coming?
Big Bill has never, or he should be here any minute. Big Bill has never let us down.
It's been a while since we brought out the Polar Express.
Well, this time it's necessary. It's the thing I can't stand the most of. It's innocent children losing their faith, all because of their silly friends making fun of them. It's not right. These are good kids. They deserve to see the North Pole.
What was that sound? I think it's a train. There's no train tracks around here. It sounds so loud. It's like it's right outside the house. See? We'll go with you on one condition. You have to pick up our friends Christy and Carol. They need to see this. Well, we're not supposed to make any more steps tonight. We're supposed to head straight for the North Pole. The boss is expecting you. But they don't believe. They need to believe. We need to show them. Let me think about it. Whoa! There, what is it? Can we pick up Christy and Carol or what? Oh, sure. I was just thinking about the delicious hot cocoa we're gonna taste once we're on the Polar Express. Hot chocolate! All aboard!
A giant train filled with enough Christmas magic to last a lifetime, and that goes directly to the North Pole. Sign me up! But will this amazing voyage be enough to convince Christy and Carol that they were wrong to doubt the belief of their friends? Let's hop on board and find out.
Can you believe this? It's amazing. I can hardly believe my eyes. What do you think Christy and Carol will say? Let's just leave it up to Big Bill to get them on the train. If anyone can do it, he can. All aboard! Am I dreaming?
Only if we're having the same dream, because I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming also.
Nick? Noelle? How did you get in our dream? This is not a dream, my friend. This is real. We're on board the Polar Express headed straight towards the North Pole.
Is this some kind of prank? Because we burst your bubble about Santa Claus?
We didn't want it to hurt your feelings. We just wanted you to know the truth. That's the thing, Christy. It's not the truth.
Who are you? You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Oh, anything at this point?
All right then, I'm someone very special. Someone your friends here don't believe exists. Wait, if you're going to tell me you're the daughter of the Easter Bunny or something, I'm going to lose it. That's a different train, my friend. Wait, so you're telling me you're the daughter of Santa Claus? The one and only.
Oh, geez, come on.
Let me get this straight. He just swooped you up in the middle of the night and put you on a giant Christmas train heading straight to the North Pole, and you still think this is some kind of joke? It does seem kind of strange, Christy.
You think? Oh, I don't know what's going on here, but if you think that I'm going to believe... Wait. I don't know what's going on here, but what I don't believe is that you're the daughter of someone who doesn't exist, and as soon as we get off this train, a big man in a red fursuit and a long white beard is going to shake our hands at the North Pole.
Am I still here and talk about non-believing? Christy here still isn't convinced.
Well, is that so? I'll believe it when I see it. I believe that can be arranged. Buckle your seatbelts. Full steam ahead!
The Polar Express barreled through the snow-covered mountains, racing towards the North Pole. Just as the train pulled into the station, all of Santa's elves gathered in town square. All the inhabitants of the North Pole were coming out to greet the kids, but the clock was ticking. It was late on Christmas Eve.
All right, listen up. The train has just pulled into the station. How many kids are on board? We've got 4 kids this time, 2 semi-believers and 2 non-believers.
How bad is the damage?
Chris and Carol, the non-believers, are going around telling everyone at their school there's no Santa Claus. No believe them, right? That's ridiculous. They're too young to be spreading such nonsense.
I was there. I saw how upset Nick and Noelle were. They are beginning to doubt that there is a Santa.
This is a bad situation indeed. What's the plan of action? Are we taking them straight to Big Chief? No, I think we need to spend a little time talking to them, and then we'll let the reindeer take over.
You're letting the reindeer in on all this too? Are you sure that's a good idea?
It's necessary. made these popcorn strings, Esther, and put it on the tree. They were so cool.
We painted and decorated our own ornaments. We baked and frosted our own gingerbread house. We painted milk jugs and lit candles in them to light our street. It looked so magical.
Christmas spirit on 3.
1, 2, 3, Christmas spirit!
Lined up, Bells. Bells, it's good to see you all ready to go. You've got your work cut out for you guys. We're going to lead you to a good life and stand your speed. Whoa! Who are you?
Jingle's my name and toy making is my game.
I'm Jangle. I'm the bowmaster.
Charlie here, I'm the box maker. I can make a box to fit any toy in the world.
I'm Buddy, gift wrapper extraordinaire.
Charlie here, pleasure to meet you. I'm the creator and crafter of every gift tag to on-premise my specialty. And I'm the head elf. Elfie's the name, head elf by your service.
I'm sorry. Did you just say head elf?
As in Santa's elves? Was it the pony shoes that gave it away? Yes, we are Santa's elves, keepers of Christmas and wrappers of presents. We've been serving Santa and Mrs. Claus for as long as we can remember. We've been hand-selected by Big Man himself.
So you guys helped Santa get all the presents together?
That's right, we design, build, package, and ship all the presents from our factory. It takes all the way from December 26th to December 24th to prepare for the big day. Christmas is serious business around here. We take our job very seriously. What a job! How did you get into this line of work?
Well, as Jolly said, we were specially recruited by Mr. Claus himself.
He chose us for our special talents and creativity. It all happened thousands of years ago.
Did you just say thousands?
Yeah, we look really good for our age.
We've been perfecting the art of Christmas for a really long time.
We're kind of a big deal. Not to our own horn or anything.
Oh, geez, come on. I don't know what's going on here, but if you think that I'm going to believe that you're Santa's elves, you've got another thing coming.
Whoa, Peace was right. You were one tough nut to crack. Hey, maybe we should bring up the nutcracker.
Or Frosty. Or the gingerbread bridemaid.
Or how about the treetop angel? I'm thinking we should get the partridge in the pear tree out here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't get ahead of yourselves. I see Rudolph coming. Let's let him take over.
Wait, Rudolph as in... That would be me. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Has a very shiny nose.
And if you
Ever saw him, you need to let it glow. And all the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph.
all right, we get it. We're here to split you to Santa's gingerbread house.
He's expecting you. They're just about to get the Christmas festivities underway. First time at the North Pole? Duh, Rudolph. People don't exactly vacation here. When was the last time we actually had some human kids up here? It's been a while. There was that one kid. Oh, yeah. He was real dizzy. Santa too happy. I've never seen Santa that mad before.
Really? Like how mad? Oh, come on, there ain't your chain.
Santa doesn't get mad. He's Santa. Nicest guy, or jolly old man, belly like jelly.
You should feel honored he wants to meet you.
He doesn't go around shaking hands with everyone, you know. He's kind of hard to get introduced to, actually. You know, it's been a long time since Mr. and Mrs. Claus had company at the children's party. He must have been really bad. Bad? We're not bad. We're believers. Christmas Eve is our favorite night of the whole year. It's these two that don't believe. Actually.
What? Carol, you're not buying all this, are you?
I'm sorry that this is so hard for you, Christy, but look around. This is everything we've ever dreamed of. The North Pole, elves, reindeer. Now we're about to meet the big man himself. How can you still not believe? Because you had a red nose? Yeah, that's right. You look different than all of us, and it scared us.
It was hard not being to have all the others not have any faith in me. But just like Nick and Noel, I held strong to what I believed in, and it totally paid off.
Always stick to what you believe in your heart. Even if others tell you it's wrong or make fun of you for it.
It was hard not being accepted, but you have to stay strong.
We didn't even realize how mean we were being at the time. We should have thought Rudolph was cool, but we were so intimidated. If Santa hadn't shown us how awful we were being, we would have missed out on a really good friend.
That was pretty rough on Christmas Eve, though.
You should have seen him! He can light up the whole sky with that snot. The sky had never been that blue before. It was our easiest flight we've ever done. We've never been more proud.
Santa was pretty impressed, too, I might add.
Oh man, he was grinning from ear to ear. All right, enough bragging. What do you say we get these kids a Santa? Don't be nervous, guys. The Clauses are the nicest folks in the world.
Listen, Christy, you don't have to believe anything you don't want to. We're not here to force you, we just want to help.
Christy, what is your heart telling you?
I just don't know. All right, fair enough. I think we know what we have to do here.
Follow us, guys. There's someone we want you to meet.
Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. We're about to enter the house of Santa Claus himself. Father Christmas, Papa Noel, jolly old Saint Nick. Well, you get the idea. If this man can't put the spirit back in Christmas, no one can.
Ho, ho, ho! I hear we have some visitors this evening.
Really? But it's almost time for the Christmas Eve ceremony.
I know it's important, but we need to make time for this.
We're not believers.
Only one, but she deserves our attention. She's a good kid, just a little lost.
You have a kind heart, Mr. Claus.
Ho, ho, ho! I wouldn't have this job if I had love of cold for my heart now, would I?
Oh,
Ho, ho, ho! Rudolph, I know you're so fun. Please, come on, Santa.
All right, Santa, it's my pleasure to introduce Nick and Noel. They have traveled here all the way from Colorado to meet you.
Colorado, you say? Great town. I love it. You ski? Well, sure. Look around. I've chosen to live on the snowiest place on earth for a reason.
That is so sweet.
I'd like to introduce you to the wonderful Mrs. Claus.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And what's your name, young child?
I'm Carol.
Oh, like a Christmas carol. What a wonderful name.
And what about you, young lady? What? Ho, ho, ho! Cat got your tongue?
That's all right. Go on. Make yourselves useful.
So I take it you met my daughter then?
Yes, we met on the Polar Express. I never knew you had a daughter, sir.
Yes, well, an old man has to keep secrets, right? Plus, this is fair sometimes. It's not easy having Santa Claus and dad around.
May I ask you something, Santa?
Anything, my dear.
Isn't it hard having so many kids that don't believe in you?
Ho, ho, no, not at all.
But how can that be?
Doesn't show others really what Christmas is all about. It's about believing in something and spending time with family and friends.
It's that feeling you get when you pass your first half of Christmas lights.
We put ours up right after Thanksgiving.
It's the way you feel when you're decorating the tree or hanging the stockings.
My mom and dad always make a big dinner, and we put on Christmas carols, and we decorate the whole house.
It's the anticipation of Christmas morning and the traditions your family has built up over the years.
We always go skiing on Christmas Day. My whole family is there.
And you know who puts that magic in the air?
Santa?
Who makes you feel that way?
Santa? This is who you really are, Santa, isn't it? It's not about the presents that sleigh the reindeer. It's about how you make us feel. You make us feel happy and look forward to something. You certainly try, Christy. I certainly try. I finally get it. When I stopped believing in you, Christmas just didn't feel the same. It wasn't as magical. Exactly. That's all I try to do year after year. I try to make everyone feel in the spirit of giving and spending time with family and friends. You guys were right to believe. I'm so sorry I made you doubt something that made you feel so happy inside.
That's okay, Christy. I'm just glad you're back to feeling happy. Everyone deserves to feel happy and grateful this time of the year.
Yeah, and when you really believe in something, it takes more than a couple of friends at school making fun of you for it to go away. When you have real faith, you can always keep it with you.
You're all very smart and creative. In fact, I'd all like to show you something. Will you follow me just downstairs?
You'll want to see this. Trust me.
Lead the way, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho!
Well, here we all are. It's Christmas Eve and we're in the most magical place on earth. Reindeer are ready, the sleigh is packed, the stockings are hung by the chimney with care. But before Santa gets underway, he has one last task to complete.
Hear ye, hear ye. I call order to the Christmas Eve ceremony. The sleigh is set to leave in T-minus 10 minutes.
Time for the checklist. Elves, do we have approximately 2 billion presents on board?
Yeah, check, Miss C. We have approximately 2 billion presents ready and wrapped, ready to go.
Are they decorated ornately with the finest wrapping paper and ribbon the North Pole has to offer?
Check, Miss C. Each present is decked out to the max.
Does each present contain a tag addressed specifically to each child with the signature of Mr. C himself?
Check, Mrs. C. Each gift has been addressed accordingly inside by Mr. C himself.
Ho, ho, ho! I still have a cramp in my hand.
Anything else I should know about?
We ran into a bit of snag with Scotch tape this year, but Charlie here made a solution with glue that worked perfectly just fine. We would like to present it to the Christmas Council next year for further use.
All right, I'll present it to the board. Reindeer, have all sleigh regulations been met?
Yes, Mrs. C. The sleigh is in tip-top shape this year. The headlights have been replaced and of course my nose is on high beams.
Have all reindeer been harnessed properly?
Yes, Mrs. C. We are harnessed and secured and ready to fly.
Last but not least, is each antler wired with a worldwide GPS navigation?
Yes, Mrs. C. We are wired into Google Maps. It's the only way to fly.
All right, it seems we are ready to go.
Elfie, is everyone ready for the traditional reading? You bet. Rudolph, lead the way. It was the night before Christmas. And all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, with hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were nestled and snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap.
When out on the lawn, there rose such a clatter.
I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter.
Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open my shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast
a bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack.
His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses.
My nose like a cherry.
His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow.
He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was jolly and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, and I spread myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know that I had nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. He filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk. And laying a finger aside of his nose and giving a nod,
Up the chimney he rose.
he sprung to his sleigh, to his teeth gave a whistle,
And away they all flew like a down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight,
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
"That was awesome!"
We read that story every Christmas Eve, although it's never sounded that way before. Well, thank you. We've had many years of practice.
Santa, it's time.
All right, before we head into the sky, it's our tradition on our favorite holiday to give out the first gifts of Christmas. Since all of you are here, we still this tradition to move forward. The first gifts of Christmas.
Those are the genuine article kids. Keep them close and give them a jingle whenever you want to remember us.
Thank you.
Only true believers can hear the bell ring.
Thank you so much.
Now, for one last thing before we head to the sky, would you like to have a ride in my sleigh?
Yes!
Well, then follow me. But you have to promise me one thing. Right when you get home, you have to go straight to bed.
The kids got home safely on the Polar Express with one last cup of hot cocoa for the road. As they crawled into bed, still shivering from the North Pole snowflakes, Nick reached into his pocket for one last look at the bell, when much to his dismay, he discovered he had a hole in his pocket, and he had lost the bell somewhere along the way. Nick stayed out most of the night, wishing he had his bell, and wondering if it had all been a dream.
Wow, you kids sure are sleeping late this morning.
They're usually up first thing in the morning.
I'm so worried. What if they told us something?
I want them to leave. I don't, but I have to keep them from them. Well, all we can do is keep Christmas magic alive in the house.
Did you put this under the tree?
Nope, doesn't look familiar. Have you seen it anywhere?
No, I haven't. I wonder what it is.
Well, there you are. You were wondering when you'd get up. Are you ready to open presents?
Nick, why don't you go ahead? Maybe it'll cheer you up.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I'm fine. I just noticed something important.
Here, why don't you listen to this one? What is it, honey?
It's a bell.
Oh, who's that from? Oh, look, there's a note. It says, found this on my sled last night. Better fix that hole in your pocket from Mr. C. Is that one of your friends, dear? Oh, that's a shame. It's broken. Okay, all right. You're what, dear? That's okay. We'll give it to you. Nick and Noel's parents couldn't hear the ringing of the bell. They had stopped believing long ago, and it no longer rang true to them. But Nick, Noel, Christy, and Carol No matter what, the Santa Claus was real, and the spirit of Christmas lived on in them.
graduation certificates. So some of these kids, this is their first time, and for others, they've done this several times. So we're going to go through that, and then after that, we'll award a Tommy Award, and I'll explain that later. So first off, we have Riley. This is Riley's second time in Kidstage, right? And wow, she had a huge part this year, or this show, and she's come a long way. In the last show, and that was the first time I worked with her, and I could tell right away that she's a really hard worker and always came to class prepared. So it was great to see her in a bigger role this time because she really stepped up, and I mean, she was one of the first ones memorized, right? Or were you the first? You were the first, I believe. Anyway, she worked really, really hard and did an outstanding job, so congratulations, Riley. Brayden. Brayden is another hard worker. He's just a delight to work with in class. He's a helper. He's always there offering help when sometimes I don't even really realize that I need it, and he can realize it, so that's a talent, and always offers it. So he's a hard worker, and he's just very aware of what needs to be done and asks if it needs to be done, and helps with it. So awesome job, Brayden. Good job. She's a delight to work with in class. She's always very positive and happy. I would agree that her classmates would say she's very kind and aware of others and always helping people with their lines. She'd always say, Brayden, come on, let's go practice our lines. Just very on top of it and aware of other people's needs. So great job, Megan. Good job. She's fun to work with. She's got great ideas. She's a team player. She's very much a part of the cast and listens to direction very well and jumps on board quickly with it. I don't have to ask her to do things twice. She just does it. So that's a great talent to have, and she's a wonderful actress. Great job, actress. Show, right? So for Bobby in auditions, he almost made me cry because I said to them, show me your reaction if someone says you don't believe in Santa Claus, and you just gave this little expression that I was like, oh my goodness, you're adorable. So this was a really big part for such a young kid, but I had a lot of confidence that he could do it, and he did. He memorized his lines. He spoke with a lot of volume. He just did great and really stepped up to this big part that he had. It was really big for his very first time on stage in front of people. As you can see, he's hilarious. She helps us a lot in class, and she always comes to class prepared. She's, again, one of those students that says, let's go memorize lines. I don't have to tell her to go do it. She just goes and does it. And that's just such a relief to have that in class, to have people that don't want to sit around and goof around, but want to work and create something wonderful. And that's how Bella is. She's got great volume, and she's a great actress to work with. So awesome job, Bella. Emily is another one of those, she's just a hard worker. I think her and Riley were the first to have their lines memorized. Emily is also I feel like she's a very mature actress. I feel like she gets the lines. You know, it's one thing to just recite lines, but she's very good at reacting to lines, and that's something we talk about a lot. Acting isn't just, anyone can recite a line, anyone can memorize something, but reacting to it, that's a huge part of acting. And Emily has that talent, which is a huge talent to have at such a young age, is to understand what's really being said and to understand what others are saying. Not just what's going on the outside, but what's going on in the in. So, awesome job, Emily. Thanks for all your work. RJ is very creative, and this is the second time working with him. And as you can see, this costume, his mother told me tonight that he made this up, that this is something that he created, which for someone at a young age to not only develop a character, his little accent he developed, the way he walked in, he developed, but to, you know, create your costume, that this is the way I want to look. I need a mustache, and I need glasses, and I need this vest. You know, to create something like that takes a lot of talent and creativity, and we just love working with kids like that. So that's how he is. He's a wonderful actor. So thank you, RJ, for your work. Jacob. This is my second time working with Jacob, and I'm not exactly sure what his roles have been in the past, but I know that I have stretched him with these roles. These last time he was the Beast, and this time he was Santa, which are two very difficult roles because everybody has this idea of what the Beast is, and everybody has their own idea of Santa. And I feel like Jacob is just one of our hardest workers. He's a strong leader, and he's very helpful and kind to everyone. But not only that, he's very talented and stretches himself as an actor, and that's just wonderful to work with talent like that. So great job, Jacob. Jacob in a lot of ways. I feel like we've come so far from just the little time that I've worked with her, and Kenna's just a really hard worker. Again, this is Claus is a character role, being funny. They had to have, you know, different voices, and they're old, but they're not old in real life. They just came a long way, and Kenna is just one of those hard workers, helpful students, and just a delight to work with. So this is her 7th show. So awesome. Great job. She's one of those people that just steps up to the plate and comes to class memorized and prepared, and she's very easygoing. You know, I've never had a problem with her in class or anything. She comes to class memorized and she projects. She's just really just one of those students that's just very easy to work with and very enjoyable to be around. So great job, Lauren. Because I think she had a lot of fun with this role, and again, she had to kind of be goofy as the head elf. I'm also really proud of Ava because I threw some things at her tonight that, you know, like with the cookie. I just said, why don't you try doing this? And I said, you know, do you feel comfortable doing it? She's like, I can do it. About doing it. So she had never really done what she did until tonight when she did it on stage. And she cracked everybody up, and it was hilarious, and it's just great to work with students like that just say, yes, I can, instead of I can't or I don't want to. The yes and attitude is just great to work with. So awesome job, Lisa. Mike is a very hard worker. He's quiet in class, but so easy to work with. He comes memorized, he's funny, and he's kind, and I've just really enjoyed working with Mike because he isn't, look at me, I'm funny, but he is funny, and he is just very, comes to class prepared. So awesome job, Mike. I feel like he's come a long way. Last time was your first time in Kidstage, right? The last show. So this is your second show at Kidstage, right? Yeah, so Laura's another one who's been really quiet, but I feel like her volume has improved immensely, and she's more outgoing in class. It's just so fun to work with kids in a row like this because you see their progression so much faster. And Laura is one of those students that has progressed immensely from our first show. So awesome work, Laura. Rosa is a helper in class. She's always helping me with props or getting the stage set up today. She is someone who is never look at me. She just kind of is in the background, but it's nice to have those people that are just kind of quiet, humble helpers, and I think that's how Rosa is. I feel like she's another student who has come a long way, was really quiet her first show, but has progressed immensely into this second show. Not quiet during the show, but the rehearsal process has progressed quite a bit. So awesome job, Rosa. Kate's third show, sorry. Anyway, Kate is a delight to work with in class. She comes to class prepared and memorized. She's funny and she's loud, but loud in a good way, like loud when we want her to be loud. And yeah, tonight she had a sore throat and she just sucked it up and said, I'm going to do the show, and just did an awesome job. So good job, Kate. Always smiling. I don't ever think I've ever seen her frown. She's awesome to work with in class. She's an example. She was memorized quick as well and helps those around her to memorize. You're just happy. You're a happy elf. And so it was a fun role for her to play because it was similar to her personality, happy and helpful. So great job. She was always gathering the reindeer together and saying, let's memorize, let's work on this. The scene could have been better. And that's great. Again, like I said before, it's great to work with students like that are willing to step up and work hard and make the show great. So great job, Nicole. Ella's funny side come out a lot more in this show than I did the first one. She's hilarious. She's so fun to be around in class, and she memorized real quick and has improved immensely on her volume. Her first show in rehearsal, she kind of just wanted to be kind of quiet, but we got louder in the show and it sounded great. And yeah, Ella's just a joy to work with. So great job. Taylor is a sweetheart. She is hilarious. I have also seen her funny side emerge more than I did in the last show. As you can tell, she delivered her lines. They were just really sweet and so cute that you just, you know, I heard a lot of times she delivered her lines and people said, oh, or laughed because they're just so sweet. I feel like she's come a long way with volume and no one laughs. And I feel like she's overcome that boundary and just done great. Great job, Taylor. Danica's so fun to work with. She cracks us up in class. She's funny, but you would never know it because she comes across as really quiet and shy, but every once in a while she'll just say something and it just makes us all laugh. She worked really hard to memorize her lines. This show was kind of hard because all the lines were so quick and like short and kind of random at times. But she came to rehearsal today and she was memorized and she did a wonderful job tonight in the performance. So great job, Danica. So the Tommy Award is awarded to a student who helps those around them, who's very kind and giving, aware of those around them. And this year, the Tommy Award, or this show, the Tommy Award is Riley was voted.